Hey y'all, so I got some time. My baby is finally sleeping. But if you don't know, I had my baby 11/28/25. So I just want to come on here and do a quick labor and delivery video just to talk about my experience on becoming a new mommy. I am enjoying this journey and I am blessed. Let me just say that I am blessed. My baby is healthy. He is a happy baby. He is very calm. And that was one of my priorities when I was pregnant, like protecting my peace, um, allowing myself to be at peace with my situation, be at peace with the way my life is turning out. Because if you don't know, I never thought that I would have children. That was just not a part of my plan, but I believe my ancestors had other plans for me, and I don't regret it. When you allow life to just flow in the manner that it is supposed to flow, things will always work out for the best. They will always work out, even with all the bumps in the roads, even with all of the chaos and the dysfunction. Um, some things you just don't have control over. And motherhood has definitely humbled me in so many ways, but it has also allowed me to elevate, to grow, to literally just give myself grace and overall just be at peace. Because I strongly believe that when you are at peace with yourself, you will be at peace with others and the decisions that they decide to make. And when, as a new mom, I've always been the type of person that understood the impact that the mother has on the child, because the mother carries the baby, and whatever the mother is going through, the baby feels. So once I knew that I was pregnant and I was going to carry out this pregnancy, I automatically made it up in my mind that by any means necessary that I needed to be at peace, I needed to be calm, I needed to be healthy, I needed to be happy, so that any energies that I'm feeling will transfer down to my baby, and my baby will come out being his wholesome, handsome, happy self, and healthy. So let's get into it. 11/27, I had contractions all day. And in my head, because my due date was December 9th, I just literally dismissed it. I was just like, it's just cramps. It'll go away. I was sleeping a lot. I was tossing and turning. I was still doing a lot of exercises. And the doctors already told me that there was a possibility that my baby could come before December 9th. But I already had made it up in my mind that my son was coming around that time. So after my delivery, I had found out that I was actually in labor for 27 hours. And I didn't even know. It is not until the day that my son was born, in which he was born on 11/28, that the contraction started to speed up. And my sister had told me that I should take a bath. So I ended up taking a lavender sitz bath for about 20 minutes. And then the contractions, as I stated, was speeding up. So they was 2 minutes apart. And my sister was like, okay, we got to get you to the hospital. Sitting in the bathtub, I was just so relaxed. I was just in my zone. Me and my sister was just talking. My niece was actually there as well. So she was recording the contractions. And once my sister said, we need to get you to the ambulance, all of a sudden my body just felt like paralyzed, if that makes sense, because I was in the water. I do believe that the warm water and the sits played a major part in me going into delivering my baby. So I'm still in the tub and I'm trying to get up out of the tub, but like I said, I felt paralyzed. My legs and my feet and everything felt like spaghetti. So I said to my sister, I can't get up. All of a sudden, I feel my mucus plug. And the whole entire time, I'm trying to pull this mucus, this slime, because it literally felt like slime out of my body. And my sister's like swooping my hand away, like, stop doing that, because it could have been my son's head, but it felt slimy, so I knew it was my mucus plug. Fast forward, we call the ambulance. I get to the hospital. Literally 1 hour in me going into the hospital, getting into the hospital bed, my son just came right out of me. Pushing him out was not hard. The hardest part for me was the contractions, because they kept speeding up and it was literally like back to back to back. And I was just like, what is going on? That was the worst pain that I've ever felt. Even on my way in the ambulance, I was just like, I'm never going through this again. This is hurting. I feel so miserable. And the doctors was just like, you're going to be okay. You're going to do this naturally. We see the baby's head. You just got to push. I pushed and then I would stop because I was so exhausted. Let me get my son, because he is all over. Okay. Yeah, he be roaming. But where was I? Oh yeah, the doctor's like, you're gonna do this naturally. We see the head, you just gotta keep pushing. But at that point I was like exhausted. I was exhausted, I was tired, I was thirsty. I was just like, get this baby out of me. A couple of more pushes, he came out of me. He latched onto my breast. We did skin to skin. I prolonged the umbilical cord being cut because I still wanted him to receive more iron from the placenta, and I also wanted him to be able to regulate his temperature before they clamped it. I also still have my placenta as well, so if y'all want to see that, I can actually show you. But I plan to bury it somewhere. I don't know where. And then I want to make a tradition in which me and my son go and visit the place where I decide to bury it. Most likely it's going to be underneath a tree or by a tree. But yeah, it was a smooth journey. It was not what I expected because I wanted to do a home birth, but you know, things change. And I just decided, go with the flow of things. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I believe that my delivery happened in the manner that it was supposed to happen. And the reason why I didn't want to have a hospital birth, because I have really bad anxiety, especially when there's a lot going on and I feel overly stimulated. So I didn't want the hospital atmosphere, because in my head I'm thinking all these machines, all this noise, all these doctors. And I had a lot of doctors coming in and out, in and out, in and out once he was born. But I rather one doctor come in and then leave versus 50 doctors in one room. Plus, I wasn't high risk, and I always knew that I wanted to have like a natural birth. I didn't have any epidural. I didn't have a C-section. I wasn't high risk. And a lot of my preparation before going into delivery and while I was pregnant was the reason why I feel like I had such a smooth delivery. I didn't tear. I didn't have to get stitches. And I can actually say I had a great pregnancy. Um, and I definitely can say that I had an amazing team of doctors, uh, which made my experience more joyful than I expected. So that's my delivery story. I am about to feed my son, because he's hungry. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace. That you are loved, even